Welcome back to Fool Us. One ticket to Vegas has already been punched. Will we have another? Find out as we meet our next act.
I am a linguist by trade. All of my academic training is in ancient languages. I read Greek, Hebrew, Aramaic. I can kind of fake my way through Ugaritic, Moabite. I do not speak or read Chinese, which is a point of great shame to my family, because I am Chinese. What I really love about magic is that magicians are excellent communicators. Just look at Teller. He's abandoned language altogether, but he's still an excellent communicator. I'm a pastor, and when I did feel that call to ministry, my experience in magic really helped prepare me to step into the pulpit and to connect with an audience. Penn, Teller, I hope you'll see that language can be just as effective as sleight of hand.
Let's change it up with the coin magic of Jeremiah Zuo.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Penn, Teller. So happy to be here. I love the way that magicians use language to fool and delight their audiences, sometimes other magicians like yourself. So tonight I wanted to just take a stab at fooling you, not with clever apparatus or any sort of sneaky sleight of hand, but with a linguistic illusion. I'm going to use my words to force you to enjoy that otherwise most despised of arts, mime. I wanted to show you a coin trick with 6 coins. However, only 3 of them exist. 3 of them exist and 3 of them don't exist. For example, I have a coin on each of my elbows. I don't know if you can see the coins on my elbows, but those 2, they actually exist. Those are 2 of the ones that are real. Those 2 exist. I also have a 3rd coin behind my ear, a 4th coin behind this ear, a 5th coin in my mouth, and a 6th coin in my beard. Now, only 3 of those coins exist. This one exists, this one exists, this one exists, but this one doesn't. Neither does this one, and neither does this one. This one doesn't exist. Now, I understand if that's confusing, because the ones that exist are so very similar to the ones that don't exist. I mean, take a look at them. This is an old dollar coin, this is an old dollar coin. This one's made of silver, this one's also made of silver. Minted in the late 1800s, also minted in the late 1800s. The only difference is this one exists and this one doesn't. Now, I'm gonna move the ones that exist out of the way just so we don't confuse them, because as a linguist, I love these coins that don't exist. They're fascinating to me because they kind of exist a little bit. We're able to talk about them, we're able to think about them, I'm even able to manipulate them. Look, if I take one of those coins that doesn't exist, and I didn't lap it, don't worry, like I said, no tricky business, and I hold it tight in a fist, and I apply just a little bit of effort. Ah! Look, it vanishes, it disappears, it's gone, completely gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Well, it never did, but now it doesn't even not exist. Now I only have 2 coins that don't exist. I have 3 coins that do exist. I used to have a 3rd coin that didn't exist, but now it doesn't even not exist. I mean, it still kind of exists a little bit because we're still able to talk about it, we're still able to think about it, but now it's 2 steps removed from reality. But here, I'll do it again. I'll take another one of these coins that doesn't exist, and I'll squeeze it. Doesn't go up the sleeve, tighten the fist, one last peek, little less effort. Ah, look, it disappears. It vanishes, it's gone. Now it doesn't even not exist. I still have 3 coins that exist, but now I only have 1 coin that doesn't exist, and I have 2 coins that don't even not exist. And this is interesting. If I take the last coin that doesn't exist, and I make it disappear, so it's gone, it looks like nothing's changed. But now I don't have any coins that don't exist. I have 3 coins that do exist, and I have 3 coins that don't even not exist. And the best part is, this works at all levels of reality, both linguistically and ontologically. If I take one of the coins that does exist, and I squeeze it, ah, look, it disappears, it vanishes. Now, it doesn't exist. That leaves me with just 2 coins that exist, 1 coin that doesn't exist, and 3 coins that don't even not exist. But here, focus with me on the 2 that exist. I mean, these 2 clearly exist. You can see them, you can touch them, you can hear them, but if I snap my fingers and I make one of them disappear, that leaves me with only 1 coin that exists, 2 coins that don't exist, and 3 coins that don't even not exist. And this is the best part, my favorite part. If I make the last coin that exists disappear, gone, so that it doesn't exist anymore. To the latecomers, it looks like I have no coins. But you and I know better. You and I know better. We know that I have 6 coins, 3 that don't exist and 3 that don't even not exist. And you are distinguishing between the two in your brain. You're welcome. And you can explain this to other people. You can recall for them how I had 2 coins starting on my elbow. You can tell them about the 3rd coin that was behind my ear, the 4th coin behind my other ear, the 5th coin in my mouth, and the 6th coin in my beard. If you're feeling cheeky, you could mention a 7th, 8th, and a 9th coin. Those are the counterfactual coins, the coins that would have existed should I have chosen to start with them. If you just feel like lying and, embellishing the story, I don't care. You can tell them I had a 10th, 11th, 12th coin. I don't mind. You and I, we know the truth. I never had any more or any less than 6. 3 that exist, and 3 that don't. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh,
thank you.
Who knew watching invisible coins would be so much fun? How did you come up with that?
And it's just the fun fact that we can talk about things that don't exist. And so I thought, why not apply that to a coin trick?
By talking about things that don't exist, do you make them exist?
At one level, yes.
So what's more fooling about this trick, the sleight of hand or the language?
I think for general audiences, it's the language. For magicians, maybe for them, maybe the sleight of hand.
So you have 4 kids?
I have 4 children, yes.
Wow. And who's your biggest fan?
In terms of magic, it is my 5-year-old.
Nice.
He is following in the footsteps.
Oh, boy. And are any of them linguists as well?
My oldest daughter, she is on that path. If not linguistics, then definitely literature or some sort of writing.
All right, well, let's see if your sleight of hand earned you a trophy from Penn and Teller. Boys.
Jeremiah, we like you.
Oh.
We like you so much. That was such a great routine. We just loved it. Absolutely loved it. There's so much we want to say about this. First of all, we want to say that there are no gaffes and there's just 3 coins, which to people at home might not mean as much as it means to us, but that's astonishing. That's really beautiful. And your moves are just gorgeous. I'm going to throw out some jargon. I'm not going to hide it, but click pass, retention, it's just the best we've seen. And some of that's your own version of those, right?
That is correct.
Really, really fabulous. Now, I have a question that really doesn't have to do with giving you code or anything. It really is a real question. I believe, and Teller was a little skeptical, that when you were using the coins that didn't exist, you were also doing moves to vanish them. Is that right?
Yes.
In terms of your acting. I thought that, and that made the acting so beautiful. I also love that Teller pointed out that half your act is just talking, just like us. It was just so wonderful all the way through. Teller said the most just takes 3 fly and goes to a whole different level, just beautiful handling, but as beautiful as your sleight of hand is, the ideas are really much, even better. And all of that stuff, wonderful stuff to think about, wonderful stuff to do. And we would very, very much love to give you a non-existent Fool Us trophy. We don't think it ever existed because as much as we love you, we don't think you fooled us.
Thank you guys so much.
Is that right, Jeremiah?
I think they've got me, but I will accept the non-existent trophy.
With our pleasure.
There you go.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Jeremiah Zuo. We're taking a quick break, but we have more awesome magic up our sleeves. Stick around.